some leaders in America associate with foreign neighbors. I think it's not in American interest. I think that's how a common human being gets access to a great nation. Personally, for me, I'll probably say even if it was a foreign person to live in American territory for the taxes that a lot of people are not allowed to inhabit certain areas in certain years, after the Chicago fire or whatever type of modern history terrain and American events around 2008 in the world, before any 2025, I'll probably say, excuse me, for me to associate with a foreign neighbor in America from my tribe and the glory that God gave me in this time, they would at least have to have a horse. They would have to prove what type of pork they eat. They would have to prove what type of exercise routine, what type of equipment, what type of location, and how that relates to any association outside of the state. If not, that's how I feel as being American for myself. So some people have a different opinion, but if I was going to drink a cup while a foreign neighbor was present, I would just make sure that from the local store, if I put pee in this cup first, then I put milk, then I put whatever orange juice. I just don't want to have say that a black man can't come to my institution, but then try to say that I'm drinking a cup from the person around me locally who is not related to the difference that I didn't point out. I'm very picky as an American. It's not like I just have a stereotype against a grape orchard or a vineyard orchard. I'm very picky about a certain, you could even be in the same grape orchard as someone at the same time. But me personally, I'm very picky about certain things around different organizations and different human beings and marriages that relate to my own identity and how it relates to how I don't want to be encroached by a group of people that I mentioned the difference of why I speak for a difference of myself. Even you could even have the same constitution, the same property as this area, but be completely different from how I point out the necessity of my American privacy related to how I don't want my identity stolen by not speaking up about people who will even report people to police because they have property, but you would be surprised how they try to steal someone's identity, eat the same food, have the same body, have to find out where people's genetic origin is, connect to people's information in a way that I did not ask. That's I know you don't understand that, but that's why I speak for myself because I don't just because someone is around me doesn't always necessarily mean they're from the same nation, the same nationality. Yes, you're right. Jesus is in reign. He is an authority. Not everybody is a Christian, but as an American, first after the horse and as a Christian first before the president, then you can tell me any type of freedoms that I create in America for the birds to chirp and the trees to grow in a way that I would allow someone to associate with me in property in the law outside of any type of fear that I have riding the same horse as an enemy, being on the same different type of property as an enemy, being from a place in America that's not from the same election, being in a boundary from a hospital of a populated area without any type of people who can't be in the same age or group outside of the freedoms that they claim. I can't point out the difference of why I fear for my life when they locked me in the psych hospital and said that I didn't have an identity where I can't get compensated all of the payments for those people who got paid at that time for putting me in the assurance that they got paid, saying that my science and my belief is not related to how they claim that they didn't weren't aware of the difference when they did that and the American liberties that they were using to compensate themselves for employment that they claim is not related to the boundary that allows that employment to be paid for that value that's related to the work and the ethnicity and the power of domain and art that's allowed for that type of science.